Hey y'all, I hope you guys are doing well today. Welcome or welcome back if you're not new here. My name is Amani. I love doing luxury lifestyle, content, beauty, fashion, things of the like, and also health content. I am a cancer survivor and thriver myself. And so I speak a lot about that over on my Instagram. You should definitely go check me out over there. Also, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. I promise we are getting that started back up again very soon here. But today I wanted to talk about a couple bags that I felt were very similar from Louis Vuitton. They are, of course, going to be the Louis Vuitton Speedy 20 right here and the Louis Vuitton Croisette over here on this side. Besides their light color, both of these bags have a lot of similarities, but also differences, kind of like what I did with the Speedy and the Alma in a different video. And there's a lot of similarities with this bag. Plus, I got both of these bags in Hawaii, so I thought I'd kind of cover Hawaii pricing in this video as well, for those of you who are interested. So let's get right into it. So first, let's talk about Hawaii pricing and kind of get that out the way. I bought this bag back in 2023 when I went to go visit Honolulu. I bought this at the Gump Building Louis Vuitton store in Waikiki. There are 3 Louis Vuittons in the area, so one in Ala Moana, one at the Hilton Resort, and then also at the Gump Building. It's my understanding that the one at the Gump Building has the more stock available in it. I haven't been to the one at the Hilton, but I have been in the one in Ala Moana, and the one at the Gump Building definitely seemed to have better stock in it. So when I bought this bag, I did a little birthday haul last year. When I bought this bag, I saved about $450, just a little under that, by getting this bag in Hawaii. That's including the discounted Hawaii prices as well as the lower tax rate in Hawaii. Honestly, that was almost the fare of an airplane ticket going to Hawaii. And so if you live on the West Coast and you can get generally cheap tickets to Hawaii, especially on off-peak tourist season, like I can, like on the West Coast, you can get round trip tickets to Hawaii for as little as like, I think $230 or something like that. It may be beneficial for you to do your luxury shopping in Hawaii. So when I picked up the Croisette this year, I actually didn't have as much of a savings. The Croisette was only about $150 less in Hawaii than it was up here in Washington State. And then of course there was the 4.5% tax, and so the tax was less. I did end up saving money by going to Hawaii, but honestly, I probably would have paid close to the same price had I just gone down to Portland for this. So that's one thing you do have to be careful about luxury shopping in Hawaii. It's not guaranteed that it's going to be less expensive. And so it might be beneficial to call the store before your trip to see what the current prices are, to see if you're actually going to be saving a bit. So I want to cover some basics of both these bags real quick. I'll go ahead and leave the dimension as well as the standard price for these bags for the US market on the screen, so you guys can pause that screenshot, get all the information that you need, whatever works for you. The Croisette comes in 2 colors. It comes in this Damier Azur as well as the Damier Ebene print. The Damier Azur has this beautiful rose ballerina, there we go. Rose ballerina interior, which I just absolutely love from Louis Vuitton. The Damier Ebene has the classic bright red, cherry red interior, unless it was one of the special edition ones that also had the rose ballerine interior as well. Croisette has one top handle up here, which is made of Vuitton leather. It also has a Vuitton pull tab right here and Vuitton on the D-rings on the side. It also comes with the Vuitton tassel. I have removed mine for these cute little charms instead. I find them much more fun. So it is a removable little charm. It also comes with one leather strap that is detachable, that is also made of Vuitton leather as well. It opens with an S-lock that you pinch like so to open up. It has one main cavity as well as a little slip pocket in the back. It has a seam across the back right here, which is not a pocket, so it has no pocket feature on the back of this bag. And it also comes with no feet. Moving on to the features of the Speedy 20, I will go ahead and put all the dimensions on the screen as well as the current price as well. You can get the Speedy 20 in canvas options. They have damier ebene and the classic monogram prints available right now for canvas, or you can get them in leather options. They have several different colorways for the leather options, but bicolor seems to be pretty standard. They have a black and white bicolor option, and then Charmello and Latte, I think is what they're calling this one now. It's the one Taylor Swift bought for all her friends. And so obviously this is a good option in my opinion. A very cute little bag. Like all Speedies, it has a top handle option with 2 top handles that kind of flop over to the side right here, attached to 2 metal rings right here with some gussets on the side, and it's equal on both sides. With the leather version though, you have multiple pieces of leather. It's not one leather that's all the way through. You see that you do have the seam here, which kind of reinforces this bag and makes it less droopy. You have D-rings on the side right here, which attaches to a strap that is adjustable. It's adjustable in several different ways. With the leather, Empreinte leather version of the Speedies, you also get this little metal detail chain here on your Speedies, which makes it look a little bit more classy. On the interior, I do have a little base organizer in here. However, the interior has one large main compartment, and then on the side, you do have a little slip pocket in here as well. One thing to note about the Speedy 20s that isn't present on a lot of the other standard Speedies is that the zipper does pull all the way down to the side, making it a lot more easy to access, there we go, the interior of your bag. And I showed you the bottom of this bag already, but I didn't explicitly mention it. The Speedy does not come with any feet as well. None of the Speedies do. And while the Speedy does not come with any type of charms like the Croisette does, it does come with a lock and key, which I just kind of store on the outside. It does not come with a clochette though. And so I generally just keep my keys kind of tucked away on my storage area, but I use the lock as a little charm on this bag. So let's go over what fits in this bag real fast. So I'm gonna pop this open real quick. So I actually used this bag last night to go out to the bar with some friends. I have my little receipt right here. So this is a real live what I carry with me on kind of like a day-to-day basis when I'm going out doing personal things for me that's like not work. So on the top here, I have my little Beats case here for my AirPods or my earpods. That was a bit of a struggle, but next I have my mini pochette. This is a recent addition to my SLG collection, and I don't know why I waited so long to get one of these. These are actually really nice. What convinced me to get it was I used my medium-sized Kirigami pouch a lot. It is an excellent SLG to just kind of, you know, keep all your extra little items that you want to carry with you and keep your bag clutter-free. And so I bought mine secondhand. I think that's the better way to go with these, because paying $745 for this small pouch is kind of highway robbery in my opinion. But getting them on the pre-loved market, I think is the better way to go. I think I purchased this for like 300 something on the pre-loved market. After that, I do have my PM agenda. This is the koala edition that has the nice salmon pink interior. Next, I have my Zoe wallet. The Zoe wallet is just a smaller version of the Victorine wallet. I've had this wallet for several years now. It is the one that has the damier azur print that is kind of like circus layout, if that makes sense. The prints are separated with the little metal studs on it, and it's just so cute. I've had this now for at least 5 years, 5-6 years, and it is still in a really good condition. After that, I have a little Dior hand lotion in here. This is the J'adore scent. This smells so good and it is so hydrating, and I think it's a lot more functional than the Chanel hand lotions that they came out with, but not the paint tube ones, but the egg-shaped one. That's a lot more functional. Next, I have a little pill bottle. This is what I use to carry my medicine on the go. So of course I have Advil and acetaminophen in here as well. I also use this to carry my tamoxifen and my Vercinio in case I want to spend the night at a friend's house. I have my medicine with me. After that, I have a little perfume, and this is the Nest Lychee. This scent, everybody always asks me what I'm wearing. This is an absolutely amazing scent, and I just got the little tester. I got like a sample pack for like 20 bucks at Sephora. I'm definitely gonna buy the big bottle of this one. Next, I have a little Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Big Lip Plumpgasm. It's a decent, it's a decent lip gloss. It definitely has the irritants to plump up your lips, and it's decent, but it's not my favorite. It's decent, you know, but I think there's better options on the market there. Last but not least, I have my clay pochettes. And in here, I just keep Band-Aids, some extra cards, and my little YSL mirror. So that was the entirety of everything in the bag. The bag is now empty. So let's transfer all that stuff over into the Speedy 20. So I'm gonna start with the bigger items first. Here is my mini pochette, and that fits quite easily in the Speedy 20. Next is my planner, and again, slips right in there. Taking my Zoe wallet, I'll probably stick this up vertically in here. Again, no problem getting that to fit in there. Next, I have my clay pochette. Again, sticking that in vertically, absolutely no problem getting that in there. I'm gonna take the hand lotion and kind of pop it in towards the top of the bag like that. Take the little lipstick, shove it in there, same with the medicine. Next is the little perfume, tuck that where I can get in. And last but not least, these headphones. As you will see, it's hard to do this one-handed, but this will zip right up with no problem. It's hard to do it one-handed, but you can see this bag zipped up with no problems. It is not overstuffed or anything like that. So these two bags are very similar in the amount of stuff that you can fit in them. I would say that I could probably get away with fitting a little bit more in the Speedy 20 than I could the Croisette, just because I do have a lot more headspace up here than I do in the Croisette. With that flap, it really kind of limits what I can put on the top versus I can, you know, fill this up almost all the way to the top and not have to worry about it. I do want to say with this flap here with the Croisette, the gap between the flap and this little side structure piece over here, I don't know what you call that, anatomically, I don't know what the anatomy name is for this piece right here. It's very small, so not a lot of stuff is falling out of there. I've had that problem with some of my classic flaps. If I store stuff too close to the top, it will slip out. You might have to worry about that with like a lipstick pencil or something like that. However, in the short time that I've had this bag, I actually haven't had anything slip out this little top here. So I think that was a wonderful design choice on Louis Vuitton's part right there. So I kind of want to talk about the wear of these bags, like how I wear them and how practical they are when I wear them. I can talk about this bag a little bit more because I own two of them, and I've had this bag or the Speedy 20 now going close to 2 years, so I'm very familiar with this bag. I do own these only in the empreinte leather. I think the empreinte leather is just absolutely amazing. It's so buttery, soft, and smooth. I want to say I love how this adjusts to my body, and I'm not sure if the canvas versions will do that, but the empreinte leather version of the Speedy 20 kind of just molds into your body. And so when I'm walking, I don't really feel like it's an awkward bulge off the side of my body. It feels very comfortable. I also love that the strap is adjustable. For me, the standard length is actually just perfect. I am 5'5". I'm a little bit more like on the mid curvy side. And so for me, this strap is perfect to wear crossbody. It's perfect to wear a little long over the shoulder, but I can pull it off over the shoulder just standard. But if I wanted to shorten the strap to make it easier to wear over the shoulder, I have the possibility of doing that, which I absolutely love with this strap option right here. I think the handles are a nice length as well, though it is a little bit of a squeeze to get it over my shoulder and on my shoulder. Over my arm. And honestly, I think the double handle makes it a little bit more difficult to carry in the crook of my arm. Like I can do it, but that's not my go-to with this bag. My go-to is definitely holding it top handle like this, which isn't a problem. But honestly, a lot of the times, especially with kids, I like a bag that I can like easily and comfortably put on the crook of my arm like this. It just makes my life a lot easier. Not like a big problem or anything like that, just an observation that I noticed that I prefer. Also, I am in love with this Speedy zipper, and I wish all the Speedy zippers were like this. With the opening on the side being so wide, it is so easy to go in to this bag and get what I want. Now, with this bag, I do like to lay things out in a layout where things really aren't on top of each other. That way it's easy for me to go in and go out and like pull things in and out. And then especially with the mini Croisette right here, I love if nothing's on top of it because I can just unzip it like right here, pull out what I need and not take the whole thing out. It's really nice for organization that way and nothing's really getting lost and I don't have to pull everything out to get like one thing. I've noticed, you know, I used to play Tetris with a lot of my bags, especially the smaller bags, and I'll still do that. But now if I can just kind of get everything out in one plane, it makes life so much easier. I know some people complain about the zipper during checkout, but for me, that's not really a problem. It's really fast and convenient. Plus, I feel like I use my phone most of the time now when I'm checking out. And so it's not an issue for me. I don't feel like I can give as, you know, in-depth of an input with the Croisette with day-to-day use and functionality because I've only had this bag for a month. That said, I used this bag all throughout Hawaii. I used this bag in New York. I used this bag in Spokane. I've been using this bag quite a lot. And so I do have some things to say. I do like the flat shape in the back and kind of like this trapezoid shape because I feel like from like your waist to your hip, it kind of mimics the same plane, if that makes sense. So it kind of sticks to the side of your body. I don't really feel like it's bulging out from my hip a lot either when I use this bag, which I think is a really good thing. I love that it is a single top handle. When I grip it, I feel like I have a lot of, space in between here, which is very comfortable for me. Also, very easy to hold in the crook of my arm. Feels very comfortable for me, very natural, which I also think is just such a chic look. But it's very easy, especially when I'm at the store with kids and just want to do a situation like this. Works out very easy for me. The strap is not adjustable, which really isn't an issue for me. I don't mind. I do feel like it is a nice standard size strap. However, if you are probably shorter than 5'3", the strap will probably feel way too long for you. And if you're taller than 5'10", this strap may start to feel a little bit too short for you. So I always think an adjustable strap is a wonderful option to come with the bag because we are all of different heights, right? But I think for a standard strap length, this is going to work for a lot of people. Just an adjustable strap would be nice. So this little pull tab here is meant to help you get in and out of your bag. I believe that's the function of this tab. I don't really use it because it is very hard to grip this little tab right here. Also, with this tab protruding out, it is going to collect a lot of dust. And so you'll probably notice dust build up over here. You'll want to clean that. For me, we were on a road trip going back home after I got my flight, and somehow there's just a speck of line of dust that got on this pull tab right over here. I tried using a wet wipe to get it off, and all that happened was I got a little water stain. My apologies, my camera cut out, but the speck of dust is still there. I have a watermark. It doesn't bother me, but I know this is something that would drive people insane. So if you are the type of person who just you're scared of color transfer, any like marks or something like that getting on your bag if you want your bag to stay pristine, Damier Azur may not be the route you want to go. Also, I noticed I have like a little scuff mark on my bag. It's not color transfer, it's like a little scuff mark. It wasn't on there when I bought the bag because I inspected the bag down before I got it. It happened shortly after, so that's also something you have to be aware of with Damier Azur. But that is, you know, to this particular bag, not the design in a total, because like I said, there's also Damier Ebene, and you're not going to have these same issues with the bag that's darker and the bag that's also has treated leather. The thing that I know a lot of people will end up complaining about is this S-lock over here, and that it's inconvenient to get in and out of the bag with the S-lock. I don't find that the case. I do find the case that sometimes it's hard to lock the bag, although I didn't have a problem that time when there's nothing in here because the bag kind of squeezes together and it's like, where does the lock go? So it's kind of fidgety that way, but it's very easy to kind of just squeeze the lock and use your finger to flap that open. Again, that doesn't bother me. I think some people get kind of anxiety in the checkout line and they just want to go fast and they fumble and stuff like that. So if you're the type of person like that, no shame, right? But that might be an issue for you. But for me, it's not really a problem. I do want to say though that this hardware is definitely gonna be prone to scratching. It's the same on the Pochette Matisse, which I am getting a new one. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But this is going to start wearing over time here because you're constantly like pressing it in. And then this as well, since it protrudes out a little bit. And again, it's a high traffic area for this bag. You're going to start noticing wear and tear in this area very fast. I don't really have any scratches on this bag as of yet, but again, it's only a month old. I know it's going to happen. You can buy protectors for it, but honestly, I'm like, it's a bag, that's what's going to happen. I'm not too concerned about that. I do like the interior of this bag. I do have a little bag organizer coming to help protect it, since the Rose Ballerine is very prone to getting marks and scuffs and stains on the interior, no matter what you try to do. The one thing I'll have to say though, is this top right here. I can kind of see this getting dirty very quickly. You have the bag organizer that's going to protect the inside of your bag, right? But there's nothing really to protect this top of your bag. And when you're going in and out of it, you are grabbing, probably not at this metal bit, but at like these corners right here, right? So you're probably gonna see a lot of dirt wear and tear up here. This may be an area where you want to actually kind of wash down with a wet wipe quite frequently if you want to avoid getting this area being very used, because this is another high traffic area. Although you're not gonna be thinking about it, it's definitely gonna be a high traffic area of the bag. Also, these corners right here are gonna be a high traffic area. And so I am curious to see how these corners hold up. They're kind of reinforced right here a little bit, so they should hold up fairly well, but we'll see. Again, as I mentioned earlier with the design of this bag, the top of the bag is almost coming up against the closure of the bag there, with only a whisper space of air between it, which means your stuff for the most part is gonna be nice and secure inside this bag, despite it not having a zipper, which I think is a wonderful little design feature right there. And much like the Alma BB, the bag kind of tapers at the top. So it's not as tapered at the top as the Alma bag is, but it's definitely tapered a little bit. So the majority of your working space with this bag is going to be right around here. So you may not want to stuff the bag all the way, or you'll might find it difficult to start closing a little bit. But again, the bag is pretty well reinforced at the top here, so it might be a little difficult to stuff it too much towards the top right there, if that makes sense. Much like the Speedy 20, I do wish this bag came with feet. However, it not coming with feet, I don't think is that big of a problem. I have seen that there's this company now selling like handbag high heels with magnetic feet. I think that would be a great option for the Croisette, just because, like, you know, it's canvas. Canvas is interesting in that it is coated canvas, it's coated cotton, right? And so much like patent leather, if you're getting stains and whatnot, it could be trapped in between the two leathers and it's more difficult to get out. And so I think using those handbag feet would be a good way to, oh my goodness, how did you guys escape? My children committed a jailbreak. Oh my God. Yeah, you guys committed a jailbreak. Oh my God. I think that's going to be a good way to protect this bag. We're watching princess movies and now they are just about gone. So we are gonna wrap this up. All right, so I have not owned the Croisette long enough to really say, you know, this is a versus type video, which one you should buy. I have not owned this long enough, I feel like, to make that type of decision. However, I do feel I can say which type of situations I feel like I would be gravitating for each of these bags for. I do feel that they are interchangeable enough to where if you love a mid-sized bag, having both of these in your collection, you're gonna get functionality out of both of them and they're going to make a lot of sense for your lifestyle. It's just gonna depend on what type of vibe you're going for that day. And that's the situation I find myself in with these two bags most of the time. So I feel like I grab towards the Croisette when I'm gonna be spending more time with my kids, or if I'm looking to look just a tad bit more fancier, and that is because of this top handle right here. I think the top handle is giving me major like Coco Chanel, what's it called? The Coco, or this bag right here. I can't remember the name of it. A little bit of trendy CC vibes too, but just that top handle look and this tapered shape is giving me that type of vibe. I think also the color is playing a lot into that as well. I think if I had the Dami and Bean, I would view that as a much more casual type of bag. It's giving me a more kind of like a cute little classic vibe here, which I absolutely love. We're gonna figure that out later. All right. Versus the Speedy 20, this is giving me much more casual vibes. And honestly, nothing that I do, I feel like dresses the bag up to where it's like, this is a very dressy bag. This is not a bag that I would take to like any type of gala or anything like that. It is definitely more of a casual bag. And so when I'm out shopping, when I am, you know, at a sporting event and I can just put it over crossbody, I am reaching for this bag. This is also the bag I'm gonna reach for when I just need a little bit extra more. Maybe I need to be able to hold, you know, like a little toy or something like that for my kids, a little like quick snack or something like that. This is the bag that I'm reaching for a situation like that. I do bring this bag shopping a lot too. It's a very beautiful bag, and especially with the gold right here, you can't really deny that it's a beautiful bag to look at, and it's always getting compliments, but it's not what I'm reaching for if I want something a little upscale, if that makes sense. So it's my quick video kind of comparing and contrasting the Speedy 20 as well as the Louis Vuitton Croisette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you guys learned a little bit of information about both bags. I love looking at videos like this, especially when I'm in the process of deciding if I even want these bags or not. I just find them really helpful. So I hope it was helpful for you guys too. So as you guys saw, my kids are loose. They need their mama's attention. So I'm gonna go with my kids, clean up a little bit, enjoy the rest of my weekend with them. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, noon, night, whatever time it is you are watching this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.